Keon?
Alright guys, just before we get into the video, and before I show you guys the first start, like this is literally the first start. We didn't start it before, and keep in mind it's not tuned. So the best we got it to do was turn on, run for literally like 3 seconds, and then it turned back off, or we yanked the battery off because we didn't, want to run it non-tuned and we don't know what's going on. So the car is literally so close. I'm gonna obviously show you guys more in the next video, but it's Tuesday today, I think the 15th if I'm not wrong, or Monday. I think it's Monday. Okay, yeah, I don't even know what day it is anymore, guys. I have so much going on, but we're really hoping to get the car tuned in the next few days, and hopefully the next video will be me driving the car and then to an exhaust shop, because I'm not running that open headers. But I have one more big thing to announce. I did get a new daily. I don't know if you guys know, if you really pay attention to my social media or whatever, my daily driver for the past 2 years has been a 1996 Lexus LS 400. That was literally mint, that I just sold not even a week ago. So I actually picked myself up a new daily that I'm sitting in right now. I'm not going to show you guys. I want you guys to take a guess what it could be. Hopefully this video doesn't give too much away, but I really love this thing, and I've wanted this kind of vehicle for a really long time, and it's my first financed vehicle, so it's a really big step for me, and I have a couple more things to announce in the next video. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get to the video.
Keon?
Wow!
Tell me you just got that on video.
Wow! Oh my... What is up, everyone? Rachel here with another video, but a very sad video. So, you guys know when you go with manual transmission, there's a pilot bearing that needs to go on the back of the motor. Yeah, we realized that the other day watching Cletus McFarlane when they were putting the new LT motor in the C7. They're like, yeah, we forgot the pilot bearing. So we're like, yeah, we never put that in the motor. So this is about where we are now. So if you guys do notice, the engine bay is black now. So yesterday I took the day to sand everything down and paint it. It didn't come out perfect because it's humid as anything outside, but as long as the firewall looks nice, which it does. Rod just finished mounting the clutch master cylinder. Now that we don't have the engine in the way, it was a lot easier to work with. So we're actually wrapping up the day here, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update. So the engine bay is a lot better than what it used to be. I'll show you guys a picture here of what it did look like after I sanded everything. And then this is what it looks like now. And as for the motor, I did actually, before I show you guys the motor, I did ditch the orange because it looked nice out of the car, but being in a blue car with a black engine bay, I don't know, it kind of bothered me, so I just went with plain old black. Right now the valve covers are off, so Rod's gonna take them home, and I'm gonna try and go for like a chrome polished look because I think it would look nice. Worst case scenario, I can spray them black, make it look a lot more even, but the motor came out pretty nice in black. I did touch up the valley cover a little bit. I mean, there's some orange, but the manifold's gonna sit on top of it. Transmission's over there, which I'll show you guys. And yeah, so this is our culprit here. So what we did do was that we pulled the transmission while the motor was still in the car, and we're like, all right, cool. So we put the pilot bearing in and put the bell housing on, everything back on, and yeah, for 2 days straight we were just fighting trying to get the transmission in, and it's just impossible because that transmission doesn't belong in that transmission tunnel. So we had to bash some more places out, and we're like, you know what, screw it. We'll pull everything out. We'll actually make the car look nice, paint it, repaint the motor, practically just taking this negative and turning it into a positive in a way, because now, you know, I have a painted engine bay. Everything looks a little more professional, but, you know, it's not much, but it's honest work. So we have that now. And before we wrap up today, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this quick update. So, lesson learned, do not forget a pilot bearing, and I'm sure for the rest of my life, I will not forget a pilot bearing now. So, tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and try to put the motor in, and I'll get back to you guys when we're about to drop it in. But, pretty satisfied with the way it came out. Got the freaking master cylinder on, which is nice. And, yeah. Alright, so, catch you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so Rod hit it with the wire wheel just like he did with the motor, and you know, it's coming out really nice. We have it on its side right now, and it's coming out nice and clean. So this is the transmission now. Obviously in here it's filthy because the dude I bought it from said he blew the motor, so we think he may have just had a rear main seal explosion somehow. And yeah. Alright guys, so so it's what, like 2 days after? I had a dentist appointment the day after we were about to put the motor in. So we got the motor in about 2 days ago. We put mostly everything together. Manifold we're just waiting on because a really good friend of mine got me some Holley fuel rails that he's like, you know, I'm not using them, so take them. So I did. And we test flowed my injectors, and 2 of them were kind of leaky. So we're either gonna see if they clean up, we're gonna let them soak overnight. If not, I'm just gonna get, you know, 2 new injectors anywhere. And yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I ended up finishing painting the valve covers, putting the coils on, the belt, put the starter on, oil filter. And then we just finished installing my my strange shocks, struts, whatever you want to call them. If I can get this thing out of the way to show you guys. So we literally just finished up on that. We're gonna call it a day probably here. It's like 5:30, but we got a lot done today. The only parts I'm really waiting on are my rear wheel studs, which have been on back order since the end of May. And that's literally all I need to get this freaking back of the car down. So after that, it's just, you know, put the headers on, get it tuned, and I think that's about it. But she's looking real nice. Alright guys, so we have most of everything put together. Rod's finishing up on some of the wiring. We're hoping in the next day or 2 she's gonna get tuned. We just gotta put the headers back on and a couple of small things, but had a buddy of mine give me some Holley fuel rails, which was really nice of him, so looks a lot nicer, minus the clamps, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. We got the clutch master cylinder actually hooked up and working. So this is a little bracket doohickey we got going on over here. This little guy right here. So when you push the clutch down, it's not really hooked up yet, but so when you push the clutch down, it'll actually push the master cylinder in, and then when it returns, it'll pull it out, since we had to do the hydraulic conversion. So that's pretty much good to go. All we got to do is get a couple of washers to space this out so it's straight. Then tomorrow I'm putting my rear wheels back on because I finally got my wheel studs, and she's almost good to go. Alright guys, so I'm actually editing the video right now, and I completely forgot to record an outro. So as usual, I'm gonna do it from my desk in my house. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very excited. Like, this car is finally gonna be running, hopefully in a few days. And it's just, the nightmare is gonna be over, and I get to enjoy the car after about, what, 2.5 years? But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, as always. And guys, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. Please share with anyone you know. Tell them to subscribe to this really awesome chick that's doing some Frankenstein kind of LS Mustang build. And I'd really appreciate it. I hope everyone's staying safe. I know times are really tough now, and, you know, things are just, you know, not how they used to be. But, Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.